Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another game of StarCraft 2. This is gonna be Nerchio versus MMA game number 2, played on Orbital Shipyard. So this is a best of 5. We're gonna be seeing how it happened. Now if you missed the first game, please, the annotation is on the top of the video. Click on that, watch the first game, absolutely action packed. But on the other hand, there was one crucial mistake made. So you are of course welcome to see that. If you don't, you are about to get spoiled right now. And that's about it. Okay, so MMA took game number 1. Unfortunate for Nerchio. Hopefully this is not going to result in the same way. I do hope every single one of these best of 5 games from day number 4 is going to be resulting in a best of 5 games, because that of course means I get to cast more of these, and of course you get to watch more of them. So a hatchery going down here first for Nerchio. Let's bring up the production tab, something I always tend to forget. Looks like we have a gas being brought up here. I think it was actually brought up after the barracks. Or maybe at the same time, not actually quite sure. Probably before, since it's already complete so long ago. Right, so we're going to have a Reaper coming out straight away at the beginning. Quite standard, just using it for scouting and potentially a little bit of damage. There we go, spawning pool did go down first before the extractor, something that Nerchio seems to be doing pretty much every time. He doesn't think that he needs the extractor to be available beforehand, which so many players do. I mean, some pro players, they don't build an extractor for about 30 or 40 supply. Some of them seem to build it right before the hatchery or before the pool, which is actually something that I do as well. And Nerchio here, or Nerchio, yeah, deciding to basically not build it until after the spawning pool. So MMA going to be expanding off the back of this block. Everything pretty standard so far. Nothing out of the ordinary. It does look like the metabolic boost is going to be a little bit delayed here. Now the question is going to be, is he going to go for metabolic boost, or is he going to go for roaches straight away? So we're going to wait until that 100 gas and we'll see where that leads to. Does look like a factory is coming out here second for MMA, so it seems to be one of his favorite playstyles as well, is to actually go for a 1-1-1 build very quickly. Sometimes he goes for a barracks after the factory instead of going for the starport, but that is very situational. There we go, looks like the Zerglings are now up. No gas as of yet for the Zerg player. And that is a Roach Warren. So again, second game in a row where he's doing this exact same thing, building a Roach Warren instead of a gas, which suggests that he might again start off with those 8 early roaches. The Reaper, bit of miss micro there, pushing the Queen actually closer to him, resulting in death. There is a starport on the way, so a 1-1-1 Destiny Cloudfist build being produced right now, which is all too common. Tech lab being made on the factory. I wonder, I really do wonder, is he gonna swap this out and go for Banshee play again? It does look like it. He did lift off the factory, possibly gonna get another, oh no, never mind, a Widow Mine coming out, so this is probably gonna be used for defense, which is all fine. Does look like there's a few roaches, or a few Zerglings on the way. They will get defended by this bunker, wouldn't really be able to run past it without losing too significant numbers. A second hatchery being produced, or third one at this point, which is all fine. Are there any roaches on the way? It doesn't appear like there is. He's still stockpiling that gas, which is very peculiar. Honestly, it's very strange. Oh, there we go. A few roaches being produced now. There's 3 on the way. Now, one thing you see every now and then is he might be trying to basically throw off his opponent, which I suppose he would do by stockpiling gas and then building a sneaky spire out of it, but I haven't really seen that yet. But I will continue to wait, and maybe one day it will be visible for me. There we go, these roaches are in the field now. Do we have a Banshee? We do indeed have a Banshee on the way, as I thought. So he's doing this 2 games in a row now. Is going to be putting the tech lab onto the barracks instead. Another command center coming out as well, so he does look like he is going to be going for a 3 base play right now, and it probably will be a while before he expands again after that. So establishing economy on a turn is very difficult. You tend to get rushed quite a lot. If you don't get rushed, then you know you really need to do a lot of damage yourself. Now there we go, the Banshee is now almost in the Zerg base. 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes. A second Banshee also on the way, and there is stealth also complete. Now if we notice, there's already spore crawlers here, so Nerchio is already anticipating the fact that this is going to happen. Medic Ball boost also almost complete. There's also evolution chambers also complete at this point. So it does look like he's going to be rushing out a few upgrades out of that. Now this is going to get spotted here, so he's going to want to back off a little bit, not take too much damage from one queen. Queens are a little bit slower than spore crawlers are doing damage, so he definitely doesn't want to be losing a Banshee to that. That would be a big miss micro. So just 2 drones taken out with this so far, not paying for itself just yet. He would want to take about 5 or 6 drones for the cost of a Banshee, because of course the time that it takes to research, the time it takes to build them, time it takes to fly them over, which could have instead been brought onto SCVs, but now slowly starting to pay off for themselves. 6 SCVs destroyed by this Banshee, 1 on the other one. I think a combined 10 would probably be worth it at this point. And oh my god, these probes are going to start getting taken out here as well. If they rally, oh, is he going to engage onto this? He probably will want to catch a few of these at least. Is going to catch a queen out here. This definitely at this point is worth it. Killing queens off is quite significant in Legacy of the Void because they're so important for the creep and also for the larva. So the production capability does get hindered if you destroy queens. Infestation pit on the way. I wonder, are we going to see infestors? Are we going to see ultralisks? I kind of hope that it's going to be ultralisks. I haven't seen them in quite a while. And I think that since infestors got nerfed a little bit, and by that I mean the actual fungal growth is now a projectile, which means it takes about half a second for it to land. It's not instant like before. So it is quite significant. You can dodge it if you're very quick. Alright, so these debris are now getting taken out, so this means that our Zerg player is going to be expanding, which is exactly what he's doing. Putting out that hatchery. And it does look like we have a drop here. These are all Marines. So 16 Marines is actually quite significant. It can do a lot of damage. Gonna put them down, start healing them up. And this is quite significant now. This is gonna do so much damage right now. He could potentially snipe out a Nexus here. Is gonna be focusing onto Ravagers. Is gonna want to back off at this point. Doing so much damage. This is some crazy shooting scoot here. Does lose a few Marines. Quite a lot actually. He did lose about 9 of those. Spore Crawler being made on the side here just to prevent further drops or maybe even prevent Liberators. And it does look like upgrades for bio units are on the way. There's level 2 Carapace and ground attacks on the way. So I wonder, is he... Oh, he is indeed going for a hive. I'm going to predict that this is going to be Ultras at this point. Once this hive is done, there's going to be Ultras in production, definitely. If he has level 2 melee weapons or ground weapons and armor, it could very well be just those Ultralisks. Now this hatchery probably going to need to get cancelled. It's very risky to keep it alive like right now. He does manage to cancel it just about. Hatchery was complete for about half a second, then cancels it off. These Marines landing off here again do get a few probes. So that's a total of 7 probes for these Marines. Not too bad. Now there we go, the Ultralisk Cavern is now on the way. So we're going to see what he's going to do with this. There's a big Terran bio army here also. Oh, a bit of a lag spike. That's quite a weird one. Not something I'm used to on my computer. Now the bio play with a few siege tanks off the back of it is starting to come into effect. Now the Ultralisks will be coming up very shortly. They're not going to have any upgrades as of yet, so he's going to start making the chitinous plating right now. So he's a little bit early here. It's Zerg player. Doesn't really want to engage onto this too early. There's a big Terran army, but at the same time he does have fungal growths. Fungal growths of course do a lot of damage, as well as the fact that they stop units from running. So corrosive biles being very effective against that. It's like fungal biles, I think people refer to them as. This one Banshee taking some damage. Oh, the fungal growth going down onto the Medivacs. Oh my god, so much damage being done by those fungal biles. Very well played here by Nerchio. Is going to put down a few more corrosive biles. Gonna get out of the way for that also. And this hatchery could potentially get shot down as well. Ultras are on the way. There was a total of 5 of them, I believe, on the way. This is going to be huge. Ultralisk has now been spotted. Is he going to do a shoot and scoot? The Ultralisk still is a little bit weak. 3 armor on it only at the moment. There is a total of 8 damage on the Marine, so 5 per hit. Once he gets the chitinous plating up, it's going to be a lot more effective. 1 hatchery getting taken out here. Probably wants to cancel those out before they waste minerals here as well. Level 3 bio weapons and armor on the way also. Level 3 carapace also on the way. Once he gets that up, I believe it's 8 armor that the Ultralists get. Yes, 8 in total. And at that point, the Marine army is going to be absolutely useless versus them. But at the other side, I do believe, there we go, we do have a Ghost Academy on the way. So the natural response to Ultralisk is Ghosts because of that snipe ability that they have. 3 snipes, or 4 snipes I believe, is actually enough to take out an Ultralisk. Mainly because it ignores armor. There we go, we do have these Ultras just waddling away. I really like, this is actually the Collector's Edition Ultras, by the way, in case you're wondering why it looks so weird. If you bought the Collector's Edition of StarCraft 2, you get the skin, which is pretty damn cool. What is this here? This is actually a drop, 2 siege tanks and 16 Marines. So if Nerchio decides to move across the map and just go straight into the base, he'll probably lose his own base. But at the same time, I don't think there's enough to take him out here. Now, I assume he's aware of this Widow Mine. Is he going to bring something here to scout this out? Yes, he does have an Overseer on the way. So going to be able to spot this out, probably use a Zergling to bait it out. And he does let it go. Probably just doesn't want to take the damage from it. But I think that losing a Zergling to take out a Widow Mine is definitely worth it. He's desperately trying to get this expansion up. He's getting starved very, very quickly here as well. This base is almost out of... Oh, Aspire on the way. So currently he sees that MMA is continuing with this bio army. There's a few ghosts on the way also. Stealth is going to be brought up. Now I really hope to see nukes here. That would be totally cool. Otherwise I don't really see the point of bringing out ghosts with stealth. So a lot of economic damage being done here. 22 drones. Oh, this got completely cleaned up. Spire also gets spotted, so there's going to make very little sense to actually bring out flying units. At this point, 25 drones taken out, and all of the Marines also getting cleaned up as well. This base, again, getting shut down. That's what, the 3rd time now that he's forced to cancel or destruction of this hatchery. Very, very significant at this point, doing so much damage. There we go. There's going to be probably no economy left for the Zerg player. Just 2 bases mining remaining. He's going to want to get those up as soon as possible. Terran player is ahead right now. So MMA doing very, very well right now. 10 SCVs taken out on this harass instead. Not quite as significant, but any bit that Nerchio can get back is going to be very important for him. Now in terms of supply, the Terran player is ahead. But at the same time, we do have Ultralisk with 8 armor. So the only thing that'll be able to really take them out quickly is going to be the ghosts. Unfortunately for Nerchio, there is actually a lot of ghosts being produced. Let's look at there's 15 ghosts on the field. Wow, that's going to be quite significant. I do think that these Ultras are going to get taken out very, very quickly. And this is going to be an extremely tense moment here. These Ultras could get destroyed very quickly with the snipes. 1, 2, 3 snipes going down. And all of these Ultras getting cleaned up so quickly. At this point, I think that this is going to be GG. And there we go, Nerchio GGing out of the game just about in time. This brings the series to a 2-0 in favor of MMA. Very well played there. Good response with the ghosts. And we're going to be moving on to game number 3. Hi there, won't be taking much of your time. My social media links are on the right hand side here if you want to follow me. My subscribe button is underneath my face and underneath the video if of course you're on the desktop. That's pretty much it. I hope to see you guys in game number 3, and if you missed game number 1, please watch that also. I'll see you guys in the next game. Good luck, take care, bye bye.